because I was thinking that all my beloved people were more happy without me on earth. This awful divorce.
Jeanne-Sophie, a warm welcome to you. Very grateful to have you here.
Yes, hello. Thanks. I'm very grateful to make my testimony. I am here to give you my story, very sincere. I am 53 years old. I am married with my husband. We have a patchwork family with 6 children. But I am the mother of 4 children. It's a second marriage. My children, they are 11, 22, 28, and 42. And I am Swiss, but now with my husband and the small daughter, she's 11. We are living in Portugal since last July. Yes. I was born in Switzerland. I was the only child of my parents. My parents were not Christian. And I was very lonely as I grew up. There were a lot of domestic violence. And my parents worked a lot. And as a child, I felt very lonely. And I invented an imaginary friend to secure me. Because I was lonely till 9 o'clock in the evening, and often I felt asleep when my parents come back, and so I didn't eat something. But in this period, there was a peace place for my holidays. I went by my aunt and my uncle. There were Christian people, and it was so good by them. They spoke to me about Jesus. They pray and sang gospels before I go to sleep, and yes, it was for me like a cream on my heart. That it was my life as a child. And at the age of 21, I find a way to go very quickly out of the house. it was to married.
And this was because also at home you had some problems with parents, right?
Because there was domestic violence, and often with my mother, I go with her to hospital because she has broken bones, and yes, it was very difficult for me as a child to see the violence. I don't understand what happens. I thought in my mind that violence came because they spoke a lot and there was a lot of shouts, and because shouts, finally there was hit. And I promised me as a child that I won't be angry if once it will happen to me as an adult. I won't stay at home as my mother do. Because she stay all the time. Because she loved my father so much. Yes, so much. So at the age of 21, it was so... I need to go out of this house, of the violence, of the pressure, and the only way to go out, it was by the marriage. And because I found love, of course. Of course. And yes, it was a happy marriage. I loved this man, and I felt happy with him. We have two beautiful children, mixed children, Swiss and African, beautiful. First a girl, then a boy, beautiful. Then we adopt a girl. And our family seemed outside very happy. But with my husband, there was a problem because he didn't like my family. He didn't want that friends come in our house. So we have a life very lonely. And years passed. We go to 70 years of marriage because I loved her. I want to spend all my life with him, go to the death with him. To be very old, of course, to have grandchildren and yes, all the things together. But all these years, there was a third person in our marriage since the beginning of our marriage. But always I forgive. And so at the 16 years of marriage, I felt there's something wrong in our marriage. So I go to speak with my uncle and my aunt because there was the stone, the their bolt, their marriage on the face, their marriage, their smell of love, they're so incredible. And I spoke the problems I see with my marriage. Even I love my husband, there was problems. When all these years I didn't spoke where there was problem with my husband, because for me silent was the equal of peace. I didn't want there's something wrong in our marriage. Even if I wasn't agree what he says or he act, I didn't spoke. And so I tell all the things with my aunt and my uncle. And they told me, you need a couples therapy. I say, okay, but my husband won't hear, won't accept. And my uncle say, oh, no problem. I will go and speak with him. So my husband accept, and we make free session. But at the end of the third session, he stopped. There were 5 sessions. And the things go as the same as before. And yes, we go on the 18 years of marriage, and a new events. My mother had a brain cancer, and with my work, with the stress at home, I make an accident with an hemorrhage of the brain. And this was the beginning of all the worst things. All the things changed. I couldn't anymore work as before. So I lose my job. It was a place where it was like oxygen. So I began to do an activity as independent, and I wanted to share with my husband because it was my love, but he didn't want to share with me. And he accused me of wanting to meet as a man. Incredible. He was my love. He was my whole life. And with this activity, I have to travel twice a year. I asked him to come with me. He didn't want. So in this professional travel, I met a man professionally. And then there was a friendship who began. 6 months later, I met this man again, and I fell in love. 3 days after I recognized that I fell in love, I told my husband, because I couldn't make a double relationship. It's not possible. And my husband was very calm with this new. I was very surprised, because when we have a feeling, when we love someone, it's break our heart. But no, it was very calm. So at this moment, we make a separate room, and life continue in our house. But he told the children that I want to break the family. And for our children, it was so hard, so difficult. So his visage was different, with the calm when he received what I said and what he told to our children. Our children is our treasure. We have to preserve them, but no. And the following day, there was a dispute, and I say to him, yes, I saw you lie a lot during this marriage, and I don't believe at you. And it hit me on the neck. And he denied after he do this. And I go to hospital because I had so pain. And I stayed 12 hours at hospital. They make picture. There was proof. And they asked me if I want, I called the police. But I said no. Because I said there's only a problem between me and my husband. He's a good father. And I went back at home for my children. Because my children is all I had. Is my heart. And at this moment, I was very, very, very frightened because of the violence, what he did, and because it remember the violence I saw between my parents. And during the night, I slept in the room of one of my children. I slept. No, I didn't sleep. I watched the door all the night. If he come in and open the door. And I stay at home 10 days. the atmosphere at home was so stressful, because I need to see every time on my eyes. It needs to have 2 meters between us. And for our children, it was so, the atmosphere was so heavy. And after these 10 days, my eldest child came to us and said, it's not possible. One of you have to go out because my note at school go down. And yes, please hear me. So I said, yes, I hear you. And your father won't hear you. So this night I go out and I have taken only my medicament and some money. Because I was thinking, he hit me. I bought the house. So tomorrow he would thought that he has to go out. So the day after I come back and I make the meal, I clean the house, I do all the paper and as usual, and no, he didn't go out. And I go in and back during 6 months. 6 months. Until the summer vacations. What happens summer vacations? Summer vacations, it's not the holidays for my children. No, it's not a happy moment. Summer vacations, my husband had holidays. And he stayed at home. So I couldn't come at home because he is at home. And I'm frightened. So at this moment, I can enter in my home. I couldn't come and see my children. And more than when I phone, nobody answer. On the cellular of my children, nobody answer. On the cellular of my husband, he didn't answer. 6 weeks passed. I felt in a deep depression. Because all my life I had only my children at this moment. And I knew this. Money wasn't important. The house wasn't important. Only my children. He knew that. At this moment, I didn't live anymore in Switzerland. I was living with my boyfriend, this man who I met professionally. His name is Jacques. Fortunately, I was living with him. And we moved in France. We work in a bar. And it was in August. The 22nd of August. I had all prepared this day. But very calmly. In a bar, we have a lot of alcohol at disposition. And as I am epileptic and as I was on depression, I have a medicament. And at disposition. Usually I work with Jacques at the bar. But this time I give an excuse not to work. So Jacques was working on first floor. We were living on the second floor. And Jacques should work all the night. So I have all the time to do what I have decided. I have written three letters of love for each of my children. A letter from my father. A letter from my aunt and uncle, beloved aunt and uncle. A letter for Jacques, saying how much I love them. And before to do these things, before to commit suicide, yes. Because I was thinking that all my beloved people were more happy without me on earth. This awful divorce. I couldn't make peaceful with my strength. Yes. The only way is what not to be anymore on this earth. It was the solution I have found. Yes. It was what the depression said to me. But before to do that, I remember when I was a child, when I was by my beloved aunt and uncle, they spoke to me about Jesus. And I prayed and said, oh my God, suicide is not allowed. And forgive me, please forgive me, what I am going to do. And after, I drank. And I took a lot of medicament. But God, yes, God heard me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Jacques climbed the stairs before the end of the bar and found me and called the urgency. After 1 year, we closed the bar. We moved to a small village, and I got pregnant of our beautiful girl. And in the plan of God, yes, I make divorce, of course. We married, and into a small village. Oh, thanks God. We had new neighbors. It was American missionary, a family with 4 children. And these children become friends with our little girl, and the woman became friends with me. And one day she proposed me to go to our evangelical church with my daughter. And yes, it was so great. Gospels and all the community, and found a place peaceful. And I come back every Sunday. Then Jacques come with me. Jacques didn't like it. And one Sunday, the pastor offered to make a course with 3 sessions to know more about Jesus. And I was thinking, that's a good way for Jacques to learn more about Jesus. Because I know all things about Jesus. I'm strong in the faith. Even I don't read the Bible, but yes, I am baptized since of 16 years old, and yes, I know everything. So we go, and at the end of the session, first session, oh, what happened? I realized that the Jesus that I knew, that was only the Jesus, the historical Jesus, the Jesus of the years zero, not the Salvador, Señor Salvador of my life. And I come back at home. I run in our room, close the door, fall on my knee, and become to cry and pray, oh, Jesus, forgive me, forgive me. I realized who you are only today. Can I begin now? Can I begin now with you? And a lot of questions began. Can I remake my baptism? What will think my aunt, who is my godmother? It will make a big gap with Jacques. Oh, but all this possible. So, first thing, I want to see my aunt and have a discussion with her. And she was so happy. She said, yes, of course. Make baptize again. What a beautiful news. Yes, of course. Thanks, God, thanks, Jesus. But no, not so quickly. Because the gap with Jacques, I have to wait. I have to wait. So I have waiting 2 years. But during these 2 years, I have, of course, begun to read my Bible. I entered in groups of cellular for prayed. I heard gospel, a lot of things. But after 2 years, it was so burning inside of my heart. It was not possible waiting for Jacques. And I felt the way for salvation is a own way. And I spoke with Jacques, and I spoke with the pastor. What is the earliest date for baptism? And so I baptized on the 3rd June 2018. Yes, a beautiful date. And then 3 months later, Jacques received baptism of Holy Spirits. And 1 year after, he baptized in the water. So with God, all things is possible. And yes, with my first marriage is a good issue. Because with my grandchildren, now all is in peaceful. And once years ago, I call my ex, and I ask him to how to say, of forgiveness. He didn't understand why. But yes, in the plane of God, I have made mistake. Because when I've met Jacques, I was married, and this was not good. So that I asked to forgive, and I received forgiveness. And yes, it was not my strength, it was not natural to do these things. It's only because God works on my heart with humility, with patience, with love. And I love so much 1 Corinthians 13 is not, it's not easy. It's not easy, but we have to do every day. Humility, patience, love. Yes.
Thank you so much for your wonderful and beautiful story. Do you have anything to share for maybe a woman who might be going through some violence at home or some abuse? Do you have maybe a short few words that you can share from your heart?
Yes. Abuse don't come from God. You don't have to accept it. God loves you so much. So much. You have to be protected. First of all, think about protection of you, and if you have children, of your children. After this, you have to receive the love of God, because God loves you so much, and you can forgive. Forgive and forgive. With the love of God. Not with your strengthness, but with the love of God. God will repair all of your life. All of your life. I pray for you. I pray for your broken heart. I pray for your broken body. There are violence on your body, but there are violence in your mind. And before the violence on my body, there was violence on my mind. I didn't accept it because my chief at work said to me, but I didn't accept it. Before there was violence on my body. So, go to a church if it's possible. Go to a church. If not possible, on internet you can find. There's a lot of link of church to find. But I will pray for you. God, give for this woman all of strength of the love that she needs, and to act, my God, to act, Jesus. You know what she is living now. And yes, you are the healing, you are the God of healing. And you are the God of salvation. Thank Jesus. Thank Jesus. Amen.
Thank you so much.